It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Orlando. It's the Desperados and the Wizards. All that and more coming up next.
Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Desperados of Paris and the Orlando Wizards. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
This will be taken at the 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 9. Looking to throw. Snyder over the middle, complete. It's Gardner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Desperados.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. To the sideline and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, So they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he's stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Fielded just inside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Here's 3rd and 3 as they've got it as we resume action. Off the play fake. Snyder. And that one too wide and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Orlando takes back over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Looking to throw. Flushed out. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Wizards have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This offense back to work now late in this 1st half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive. Snyder in trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. A final shot before break. Snyder. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you crosstown to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the 1st half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year, and they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try the left side. Henson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Orlando takes back over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now receiver in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Wizards are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. Throwing to start the drive. Snyder, he finds his man, complete. That's Gardner. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off play action. Snyder. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gardner. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. Flush to his, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hams team able to secure the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Paris offense out to have another go at it, and they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this group. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gardner. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.